Salute, Band-Aid gang. What's going on? It's your boy C-Dub. Mr. I ain't said a word, but you know what I'm saying. And I said, damn. With the real
angel
in the building. And we beat you, Band-Aid gang. Salute to everybody, man. There's been a lot going on YouTube, man. There's more and more Epstein files coming up. So we promise to always and forever update you with the proper information. Now, we're going to go over the updates, but we want to, it's some crazy stuff going on, man. As far as, Epstein being alive, there is new update when it comes to the point to now he has deleted some accounts. So everybody's going crazy on the internet wondering, like, is Epstein alive? What's up, George? I see you. And it's crazy. So not only that, they are describing people as being beef jerky. Everything that we have said on this channel has come to manifest. Whether it's conspiracy or whatever the case may be, what we say on this channel, it come true, gang. Double tap my screen. Let's go.
Have you ever had a personal relationship with Donald Trump?
What do you mean by personal relationships?
Have you socialized with him?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever socialized with Donald Trump in the presence of females under the age of 18?
Though I'd like to answer that question, at least today, I'm going to have to assert my fifth.
Why would he answer the question? That's a yes.
That's a yes.
That's a yes, gang. George, that's a yes. Double tap my screen. Why not? Why wouldn't he just plain out and simply say, no. No, I never had any run-ins with Donald Trump with children. But remember, he just said, though I would like to answer that question. Double tap my screen. Let's go, gang.
Though I'd like to answer that question, at least today.
Listen what he said, everybody. We'll bring that
Have
back.
you socialized with him?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever socialized with Donald Trump in the presence of females under the age of 18?
Though I'd like to answer that question, at least today, I'm going to have to assert my 5th, 6th, and 14th Amendment rights, sir.
It's the question that has consumed Washington, D.C. and the world for weeks. Just what was Donald Trump's relationship with the disgraced Jeffrey Epstein? And how much does the president know about the depraved world created by the pedophile financier?
Are people still talking about this guy, this creep?
A billionaire accused of child...
He called him a creep. He called him a creep, gang. But you was with the creep. You was with the creep, though. You even flew on the creep's plane. Bought the creep's plane. Now he's a creep? Double tap my screen, Band-Aid gang. We were her.
Sex trafficking.
Yes.
Epstein was connected to some of the most powerful people in the world. And despite their friendship, the president has long positioned himself as the man capable of exposing Jeffrey Epstein's darkest secrets.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
But a few weeks ago, after months of teasing a release of the case files...
Did you see him declassify the Epstein files? Oh, just a little bit. Double tap the screen. Hit that like button, y'all.
The Trump administration unexpectedly backflipped.
A review from the Justice Department and FBI did not find any evidence that notorious sex offender Jeffrey Epstein kept a so-called client list.
The fallout has spiraled into a full-blown political scandal that Donald Trump, for once, can't seem to shake. At the heart of it is the friendship between the president and the pedophile. Is the president lying?
Did y'all hear what they said? Double tap my screen. The president and the pedophile. Thank you for the hearts, gang. See, stuff is getting real in America, and we have to recognize for what it is. Thank you, Danzer. Exactly. Nothing but pedophiles. And you know what the crazy part about it, gang? Is allegedly these people were eating people. Sacrificing people. And not only people, allegedly, children. They could have found your niece, your nephew, your auntie, your cousin, and them, and sacrificed them. Put them on that boat out there in the ocean that they had with the trap door. Did I mention that we got the trap door? Hey, Nurse 59, I see you. Did I mention that they had a trap door on a boat at the bottom where they can just feed the people to the sharks? Let's go, gang.
Oh, my heavens, yes. Yes, he's lying. Yes.
I said, damn. I said, damn.
Is a long way from Washington, D.C. It's where Maria Farmer has built a quiet life for us. She can no longer stay silent.
Let's get to it.
Introducing the score bet for Sunday, Monday, or any day that ends in Y. We're with you every...
And I think that what he's doing is trying to cover up his association or affiliation with these people.
Since becoming president, Donald Trump has done everything in his power to distance himself from the billionaire financier and his vile crimes.
I had a falling out with him a long time ago. I don't think I've spoken to him for 15 years. I wasn't a fan.
But for Maria, there can be no doubting the depth of their relationship.
Epstein said he was his best friend. He just said, that's my best friend.
Maria was in her early 20s when she was hired and abused by Jeffrey Epstein in the mid-1990s. During that time, she witnessed
and abused, gang.
how close her boss was to Donald Trump.
How do you hire somebody
Epstein said
and abuse them,
Trump
gang?
And his wife divorced, Ivana. He said, I inherited Trump and Yellen inherited Ivana. And so you'll see Ivana at the house a lot and you'll see Trump at the offices, but the twain will never cross. They'll never meet.
Do you see the picture in the background, Band-Aid gang? Do you see the picture in the background? Double tap my screen, hit that like button. There's a little girl and he's kissing her on the face. Look at it, gang. Can't nobody come up in here, gang, and deny that. We got 91 in here. Double tap my screen. Again, this don't come in my chat. Be respectful. Here's the thing. This ain't about Democrat and Republican. This is about missing children that we see playing all over Epstein's house. The same man that admitted to soliciting women. Don't be mad at me, gang. Be mad at Epstein. Epstein the one that pleaded guilty, not the Band-Aid gang. Not this channel. They didn't have me. They didn't have none of my people down there in my yard down there in the chat. They ain't got none of my people that's down here in the chat commenting, and none of them admitted to damn doing no sex trafficking. The baddest part about it, they was hanging with a pimp. Let's go, gang.
It was in Epstein's Manhattan office that Maria claims she had a disturbing encounter with the now president.
Double tap my screen.
First time I met him was the night before I started my job. And Epstein said, I need you to come up to the offices. And I was like, it's 9 o'clock at night, you know? And I guess I'll just run up there.
BVT.
And he said, okay. So I get there and I'm all sweaty in running shorts. Donald Trump walks in. And he's really strange, and he stood, hovering and smirking.
Now listen, her talking to Donald Trump because he's so arrogant, right? Your president is so arrogant. They had your president, because he ain't my president. Your president had himself walking around all the people in the office as a lion and had them bowing down. So arrogant.
Like all-knowing, like omniscient grin, like a Cheshire grin. So I went... I made I don't know, it was just an instinct. I made the ugliest face I could think of. And Epstein thought it was adorable. He walked out and he goes,
I said, damn.
No, Maria, no, she's not here for you. Just like that, he emphasized, she's not here for you. He goes, come with me. And he escorts Trump. So Here's Epstein's part. He escorts Trump into this other room. And Trump utters, under his breath, he mutters,
Listen,
I thought she was 16.
Look.
And I thought that was just...
Trump said he thought she was 16. Oh, I thought she was 16. Now he guessing on how old she was. He wanted to guess how old she was, chat. Oh, I thought she was 16. I thought she was sick. Don't nobody get up on no stand, get up on no TV screen unless this woman got a mask on, Band-Aid gang. Do you think she got a mask on? No, she ain't got no mask on, because when you get up on here and you make these type of statements, you supposed to be paranoid than a motherfucker. I would be paranoid as hell to come up here and make this statement. But that shows her bravery as a woman. And guess what that shows? That it's true. Don't nobody just throw somebody under the bus for nothing, because you know what? They got to deal with that guilt. They got to deal with that guilt, Band-Aid gang. Honest people just don't get up on no stand and put somebody in the grave and give them type of accusations. Hit my like button, double tap my screen.
Really weird. Like, it was beyond locker room talk.
Maria says she never saw Trump behave inappropriately, and the White House has contested her.
Now, she said it. She said she didn't see him. Right? But you got people in my comment section said it was just fake. Right? That she was lying. Well, if she lied, she might have all the way lied. She might as well lied all the way. But she said she didn't see him doing anything. Facts. She didn't see him doing anything wrong. She admitted that part. But see, y'all got in the chat and said it was a lie. See, you can't feed a baby steak, but we gonna break this down because it all ties into it. Thank you, gang. Let's go.
Version of events, insisting the president never visited Epstein's offices. So when the White House says Donald Trump was never at Jeffrey Epstein's offices, is the president lying?
Oh, my heavens, yes. Yes, he's lying. Yes.
Thank you. Somebody in the chat hold on. Somebody in my chat said, I'm gonna read this. Somebody in my chat said, boy, Jeffrey Epstein said it himself. They were best friends. Thank you, gang.
Time creating content and generate a high quality clone.
They was best friends.
The friendship between Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein is well documented. For nearly
tell me why we seen them mingling around, gang, and the one when they was picking out who they wanted to go home with that night. When they was picking out who they wanted to go home with that night. Double tap my screen. That's why these people come over here to my channel. Because I'm passionate about it. I ain't got to live like this. Everything that we said on my channel came true. Even to the point when I said, you know what, the Epstein files finna come out. And the Epstein files dropped the next day after I said it. I'm the one that said that Maxwell was about to tell on it all. I'm the one that said it. I run YouTube. I'm the one. Let's go, gang.
decades, they were well known as men about town. One, a notorious property developer. The other, a wealthy financier. They were often seen together at parties and events from New York.
Hold on, gang. Hold on, dope fiends. Hold on, Band-Aid gang.
And about town. One, a notorious property developer.
The
other, a wealthy financier. They were...
I didn't take this picture. Band-Aid gang didn't take this picture. My mods didn't take this picture. The people in my chat didn't take this picture. Ain't nobody in my chat take this picture. Thank you, BVT. Let it sink in. We didn't take this picture, gang. They did. Now they mad at it.
Often seen together at parties. And
they madder than 10 people at me. Let's go.
Events from New York to Florida. Trump was a passenger on Epstein's private jet, both alone and with his family. Epstein was even...
He was a passenger on the jet, gang. Stop playing with me. Oh, he's a monster. He said he's a monster. Matter of fact, I stopped hanging with him. And you know how he do his hands? That man be doing his hands because he lying. Anytime he doing his hands like that, he lying. That mean he putting pieces together. He spread them out. He push them in. He spread them out because he putting them Legos and all of that shit that he think he playing with on the Band-Aid game. But you can't fool us. Let's go.
Guest at Trump's wedding to Marla Maples. And in 2002, He described Jeffrey Epstein as a terrific guy, telling a journalist...
But you just said he was a monster. Band-Aid gang. Band-Aid gang, he just said he was a monster, though. Matter of fact, I stopped hanging with that monster. After he sold his house and after Tom Ford, he gonna start telling on Tom Ford. But who brought you Tom Ford, Band-Aid gang? We did. Tell them dope fiends who brought you Tom Ford. And we got some more information on that. So you better subscribe to my channel. Because we dropping that the day after tomorrow. And I'm going to just go over there and look up what happened with Tom Ford by myself. Nah, it don't matter. Because it don't matter what you look up on Tom Ford. It don't matter what you look at on Tom Ford. We beat you. We beat you. Yeah, that's what we did. Because we got it. We got what happened with the properties. We know what happened.
Speak with your girl Marcella.
Hey, Marcella, we were her.
Like button.
We already know what happened on this channel. We got the information already. See, one thing about me, boy, I can sit back and take my time. Because I ain't got to live like you. Yeah, I ain't got to live like you. Because, see, that's what's going to keep me alive. See, it's telling me y'all motherfuckers, I'm going to just go ahead and just go with Trump when he go down. See, when he going down, let's go, gang.
That his friend was a lot of fun to be with and that he liked beautiful women, many on the younger side.
Did y'all hear that? On the younger side. He wants some young snag.
But behind the glamorous facade, Jeffrey Epstein was a monster.
Let's go.
By 2006, he had been exposed as a pedophile.
Yes, ma'am.
Convicted of child sex trafficking. But it would be years before the true extent of his depravity would be revealed. By then, Donald Trump says he had cut him off.
Thank you, Jay. I see you,
talk
Jay.
to Jeffrey Epstein.
What's up, Tara?
Because he did something that was inappropriate. Yeah, and he stole people that worked for me. I said, don't ever do that again. He did it again. And I threw him out of the place.
There you go.
Persona non grata.
Y'all see he putting the Legos together. You see he got his hands putting them Legos together. Putting the lie. He trying to make the lie fit in. We got 26 likes. Let's get 1,000 likes tonight, gang. Let's get this shit up to 1,000 likes, gang. Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's get this shit up to 1,000 likes.
Something that was inappropriate. Yeah, and he stole people that worked for me. I said, don't ever do that again. He did it again. And I threw him out of the place. Persona non grata.
You eat people, gang. Allegedly, you eat people, bro. You eating people. You eating people, calling them jerky. They calling people beef jerky, man. They calling people beef jerky, and we got the documentation, gang. Let's go.
I threw him out.
However the friendship soured, it's now under renewed scrutiny.
Look at him picking. Look at him picking who you want. I want her. All right, I'm going to pass her on to my other homeboy down the street. You're my homeboy down the street. He'll take her. He eat people. Oh, your partner eat people? Yeah, he eat people. Oh, he'll eat, you know what I'm saying? He just going to lick on her, though. He ain't going to eat her. He just going to lick on her. I said, damn. I'm going to pass him on to my partner. Okay, we going to pick over there. Look at them pedos, gang. Alleged pedos, gang. They look like pedos. And don't he look like a vampire? Like he about to fly away. Look at him. Look at him. Malachi. He looked like Malachi.
After President Trump backflipped on an election promise to release the so-called Epstein files. What is it about the Epstein case, these promised files, that's so alluring, so fascinating to Trump's followers and his detractors?
There were a lot of unanswered questions. How did he make so much money? Why were all of these influential people
selling children, selling people out to other people to fulfill their pleasures, to fulfill their sick pleasures? That's what he was doing. He was selling each individual for whatever their fetish was. You heard what happened to Sasha Riley? They was doing snug movies, walking in unaliving them people. See, y'all don't believe Fat Meat Greasy. Y'all don't believe half of the stuff that y'all be seeing on these movies be true. Oh, did I mention Tom Ford? Y'all know Tom Ford was a sissy. Tom Ford was a sissy. Still a sissy. Let's get this shit up to 100 likes. I just can't keep giving y'all this information for free. I said, damn, I didn't ask you for no money, even though you can send me a super chat. I'm just giving you this game, man. Let's go.
From Bill Gates to Bill Clinton to Donald Trump. Why did they all hang out with him? What exactly was he up to? And you have these real legitimate victims.
Because they were soft. Because they were soft in school. Everybody bullied them, pushed them around. They didn't know how to talk to women. They got rich and still didn't know how to talk to women. So they had Epstein hook it up. That's what happened. That's why they hooked up. That's why Bill Gates was doing operations on some of the kids and the fetishes that he had done had. I said, damn.
Will Summer is a seasoned political reporter and author. He says this issue has captivated Trump's Make America Great Again movement like no other.
I mean, Trump supporters see Jeffrey Epstein as the devil. I mean, they see him as an incredibly evil figure. And to be fair, I mean, I think they're correct. But they also see him as...
They didn't show you the movie Devil's Advocate with Al Pacino? Y'all think that stuff ain't real, gang? And then the blood started coming down the thing? They sacrificed. That's what you call a sacrifice. And they sacrificed it. I said, damn. Stop playing with my channel, man, or we'll get you up out of here. Be respectful, because the Band-Aid gang don't play the radio loud.
Perhaps as someone who was the key to this larger network, this guy who was, in their belief, providing young girls to world elites.
Many believe the name...
What did he say? Providing young girls, what? Boy, you know what make me mad the most, Band-Aid gang in chat? Is when you see the thing that I'm going to show y'all in just a second after we breeze through and get our feet wet. Let's go.
Of who was in that network lie within the Epstein files. More than 300 gigabytes of data and physical evidence of the vile crimes committed against more than 1,000 girls and young women. Some, like the flight logs from his private plane, dubbed the Lolita Express, have already been made public. But any kind of client list...
Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you become a member to my channel. Because some of the stuff I'm going to have to hide from the gang so these people don't come sabotage my shit. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Because what I'm going to show y'all, me and Diamond Gang, and I think my sister over there showing y'all stuff on her channel, The Gray Spills the Tea. But we over here rocking shows too, because my gang don't play. We don't play no goddamn radio over here, gang. Let's go. Band-Aid gang.
Remains elusive. Earlier this year, though, the president was told his name appears in the files several times. It's not clear in what capacity, but the revelation has added to the intrigue about why he won't make them public.
They went for it on 4. Changed the whole game.
Rico, give me something smart to say.
For anybody, okay, I'm finna show this. Hold on, Band-Aid gang. Let's get to the meat and potatoes, because they playing with me. They think that the channel, yeah. Tighten them up if they get wrong. Yeah, we gonna tighten your ass up if you get wrong.
Thank you, Tierra and George.
See what you did? You did. Don't disrespect my chat, because you disrespect me. You disrespect my chat. We gonna kick you in your motherfucking ass tonight. Gang, watch this. Let me show y'all something. I'm gonna show y'all what pissed me off the most. Yeah. Hit that like button. Let's get this up to 1,000 likes today, gang. Let's do them all type of ways, the Real Angel. Okay. Now hold on, Real Angel. Look what this has said. Breaking dope fiend news. Breaking dope fiend news. Hold on.
If you look to the right,
gang. Breaking dope fiend news. We finna break dope fiend news. Breaking dope fiend news. You come to my channel and you disrespect my chat.
Yeah, get out of here.
Yeah, you gonna get your ass up out of here. I'm gonna kick the knot. My mod's gonna knock the rubber out the elastic in your drawers. Thank you for the super chat, gang.
Whoever that was.
Who gave me that super chat? Nurse 59. I said, damn.
Thank you,
and see, I got a nurse and she a mod already. Guess what she would do to you? Kick you in your ass. Yeah, kick you in, you tighten your ass up. Now, real quick. And that's why she got a wrench. Put you in the hospital. I said, damn. Put you in the hospital. So now the document said, now this is what's going to trip y'all out. Is Epstein alive? Is Epstein alive, Band-Aid gang?
He is.
Now that's hard to figure out. But let's say this. Do you know what this document? This document came out. Look, Epstein died. Look, Band-Aid gang. August 10th. 2019. Epstein was unalived or he walked out of that motherfucker, because you know what? He ain't trying to make it seem like somebody came in there and did it on this footage that I'm about to show you. But I think that was him. Yeah, I think he walked straight up out that motherfucker. I said, damn. Band-Aid gang, look at this. It says for immediate release, Friday, August 9th, 2029. U.S. Attorney, right? Look what the U.S. Attorney, James, Margolin, Don, whatever her last name is, Nicole Bays, whatever her name is, phone number. Now it says, the statement of Manhattan U.S. Attorney on the death of defendant Jeffrey Epstein. How the hell a day before he is unalive that this came out? Hit my like button.
Thank you
For the super chat. Pause for good vibes. Stop playing with me. Explain this to the Band-Aid gang. Explain this to my gang, man. Look what it say in big letters right here going across. If you're blind, put on your goddamn glasses. Look, gang. The statement of Manhattan U.S. Attorney of the death of the defendant Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein died on the 10th, gang. Look at the date right here. Let me zoom it in for the blind folks that got their bifocals on. Look at that. And look, all you look, gang, stop playing with me. Look at that date. Everybody know when Epstein was unalive, Band-Aid gang? On the 10th of August. So did he walk out? See, when he was making them phone calls, gang, why they ain't never give us the phone calls? Because they record everything in the jail. They record all his phone calls, but they did you all type of ways. I said, damn, BVT. Now look, gang, look, he died. Look, gang, he died August 10th. And this is right here in this blue. This is what we beat you at. Yeah, we beat you. We kick you in your ass.
We will pause.
We will do you all type of ways.
We will pause.
What'd he say?
Good. The one that gave us the sugar shake said, thank you for exposing this. Please keep going as we still have a voice.
Thank you, gang. But see, when we got a voice,
Make sure you subscribe to the channel, pause.
But see, thank you. And when you got a voice, Band-Aid gang, you gonna always have a voice. But you gotta have thought. Right, Angel?
Yep.
The thought was the cause of it all.
Yep.
See, so you don't put nothing past what happened on this earth. When they show you these movies that you be like, damn, this shit, and they showing you what they do on these farms. When you see remember when the Disney kids came out? What happened to the Disney kids? What happened to them Disney kids that started coming out that was saying the people in Disney was molesting them? Y'all forgot about that, didn't you? Now, don't make me mad. Y'all forgot about what happened to the Disney kids. Am I right or wrong? They started coming out. The boy that played in Goonies. The little boy that played in the movie Goonies, he came out and said they was molesting that man.
Sure did.
I said, damn. Don't you come over here because it said in freedom of expression. And I got that right. To express myself and yell, because you know what? This is my channel. This is my channel. I said, damn. Now, Manhattan, U.S. Jeffrey, Berman said, earlier this morning in Manhattan Correctional Facility confirmed that Jeffrey Epstein, who faces both by the office engaging in sex trafficking of minors. Do you see that? I said, damn. You see that? Did you see that? He admitted to the office on the back end. I said, damn. See, this is why I do you all type of ways. This is why I do you all type. So he engaged in sex trafficking of minors. Have been found unresponsive in his cell. In his cell. Are you seeing this? Are you seeing this? I'm bringing it to you in real time. It said he was engaging. That's why when they was asking him at first, he said he would like to answer that, right? But his attorneys told him not to answer it. He wanted to answer. When you see him say, I like to answer that, but, you know, he knows the truth. When he says he would like to answer, yes, he wants to say, yes, I was involved with it. But for him to get out and fight that case, he has to do what his attorney tells him to do. Hit that like button. We seen him doing his depositions when he was getting interviewed, when certain questions he was asked, he said, guess what, gang? I would like to answer that question, but that's when his attorney stepped in. Notice every time, when I'm gonna show you interviews, when they asked him certain questions about little children, he stopped and said, well, I can't, I would like to answer that question. So he would really like to say, yeah, man, you know, yeah, we was playing with kids, but right now I got to get myself out of this place.
Look, Paul said, wait, I'm confused. This report was done one day before he supposedly died.
Exactly. That's why they be trying to sabotage my channel, gang. Look, exactly, day before he died. So right about here, let's start tracking. Everybody put your tracking hats on, because we tracking. So as we tracking, it says the Epstein who faced charges brought by the office, look right where it said the office, engaging in sex trafficking of what? Minors. You think that his lawyer is gonna let them put this on any document, gang, if it wasn't true?
Somebody talking to you.
Why you guys think Trump does? Okay. Okay, at We Beat You. Should expose BLM riots. Okay, Black Lives Matter riots after the death of criminal Floyd. Right. Show how Democrats funded the riots. And you know what? I will do that. I know about George Floyd. I know what type of stuff he was into. He had some things going on the back end too. You know what I'm saying? With children, with porn. He was doing porn. Remember that, Angel? He was doing porn. So they needed to knock. I ain't gonna say what happened to him was right, but shit, at the same time, this is a universal law thing. This ain't about, the word law means land, air, and water. If you control the LAW, the law, what controls the law? Land, air, and water. If you can control the land, air, and water, that means you can control the world. You got to control that first. So let's continue to track. See, I drop nothing but gems over here, man. You come over here and get you a whole bunch of brain food. Now look, gang. Now, right here where it says that he was, look, now this is a real document, right? We looking at real shit, gang. This is real shit. So in this real document, it said he was engaging in sex trafficking of minors. Right there. His lawyer could have said, guess what? You done put my client under some shit. No, you can't put that out. But they put that out, why? Because he's already admitted it, that he was sex trafficking minors. And that's why they had to let him out. That's either why they had to unalive him allegedly, or that's either why they had to let him walk out. Double tap my screen. So now as we track some more, let's look at the date. Jeffrey Epstein was unalived on August 9th. So that means, when did they prepare this document then? August 8th, to make sure everything was right. So August 8th could have been around August 8th, because this comes out on August 9th, and you know people like to put shit out, prepare shit ahead of time, right? That's how we rocking shows over here. That's how we rocking. In trafficking minor, has been found unresponsive in his cell, gang. In his cell. Pronounced unalived shortly thereafter. Today's events, and I don't have to continue to read on. Put this in your Palm Pilot. Put this in your Palm Pilot. Screenshot this so you know. And when you go over to them dope fiend channels, that just, I'm gonna just go ahead and say what I want to. Nah, we bring facts. So let's continue. Hit my like button. Let's get this shit up to 100 likes.
To the right, like look toward the center of the scene.
Now look.
You'll see a little flash.
Right there.
An orange flash. See that? This is who people believe that may have contributed to Jeffrey Epstein's death.
Now look, now you
may
can't
have attributed to.
Look at this. Now people are running around saying that's could have been the person that unalived Jeffrey Epstein. I look at it both ways, because you know that's how I think. I think that could have been Jeffrey Epstein on his way out, or absolutely could have been his unaliver. Let's leave it open like that. Let's leave it open like that. But at the end of the day, we know that there is camera footage missing. He's in a high protected facility where they watch everything. The cameras are out. We don't know why. But we know why over here. So, but let's go.
If you look to the right, like look toward the center of the scene, you'll see a little flash.
Look, gang.
An orange flash. See that? This is who people believe that may have contributed to Jeffrey Epstein's death.
Now, perversion at its best, Band-Aid gang. They madder than 10 people at me. They madder than 10 niggas at me. They mad. They mad, bro. They mad, but this what we had done did to them. They mad because what I had did in the Epstein files, gang. I do them all type of way. Now look at this, gang. This is Jeffrey Epstein to another person in the Epstein files and says what, Band-Aid gang? Meet me at class at 9:30. So many hot girls. Promise Highway NYC between, look, 30 between 6 and 7. When we go to the matcha, okay, then he says, promise the abundance of young coochie, of young women, and look what it says, flesh. Look where it says that, promise and abundance, look, of young snag.
And as y'all see, it's an image hooked on
and flesh. Say it again, Angel. Look right here.
The image that they attached to the.
So they had attached the image to this in the Epstein files, right? Mm-hmm. So there was a good job, Angel. Yeah. There was an image attached here, yeah. But they promising, look, a bunch of young coochie and flesh. Look, flesh, gang. Flesh, gang. I said, damn, let's go.
How gullible are you? Well, how gullible are you? Or you must be one of them too, if you gonna put that in the chat.
Now watch this.
Respectful to the chat.
Now look, gang. More stuff in the Epstein files. Look where it says sacrifice.
And they got African American women, little girls.
Little girls. This might be a little boy right here. That's like a little boy and a girl.
Yep.
I wonder what little kids that came up missing all across this earth. We don't know. Remember all them children that come up missing in Cleveland? It's a lot of children that come up missing in Ohio. Y'all remember all them African-American children that came up missing in Ohio? Hit my like button. If you remember all the missing children that came up missing in Ohio, put a 1 in the chat. I know because I was there. I'm a truck driver. I ride 18-wheeler. And me and Angel were like, man, it's all these kids that were coming up missing in Ohio. All African-American children. Could that be some of the missing children? Could that be some of them kids that were missing in Ohio, gang? Could that be some of them children that was missing in Ohio, gang? I'm madder than 10 motherfuckers right now. Because at the top, you see what I see? Sacrifice. And these rich motherfuckers running around this damn planet of Earth doing what they want to do, making racial comments about my people and getting away with it. It didn't have to do nothing with you putting Obama and Michelle Obama in a monkey suit. When you did that, you put me in a monkey suit. But why that man sit there and take that chance to do that? Tell me why. Why he didn't think about the backlash that he caused? And you people want to run around here and act like this man ain't psycho. And that he is not capable of doing anything. But then what happened then after that, C-Dub? What happened after that, C-Dub? What happened after that, Band-Aid gang? What happened after that, Band-Aid? Let me show y'all what happened after that. I do you all type of way. You can't do me. Do your dishes. Do your motherfucking dirty dishes. Oh, there, shouts out to my gang. Look at this one that came out, the Epstein files. Look, to Jeffrey Epstein. That ain't to your mama. That ain't to your auntie and sister and them. That ain't to Tamika and Dabika and Shaniqua. That ain't to none of them. That went to Jeffrey Epstein. I'ma do you all type of ways. Oh, I just can't help it. I don't even need him on YouTube anymore. Somebody better get him. He done went all the way down there to my house out there in New Mexico. He done found out about Tom Ford, and he got some more stuff coming out on Tom Ford that ain't nobody else got. We need to watch that boy over there on that channel. Sure do. Sure do. But I ain't worried about you because you know what? Yeah, I'm protected by the Most High. I was built for this shit. Ford tough, and I ain't talking about Tom Ford. Tom Ford, I'ma get on your ass too. I'm on your ass too. Now look, gang. Francis, look at this. Francis has time to come tomorrow to show me how to make it. Jerky class. Let's go. Put a one in the chat if y'all can hear me because I'm rocking the show. They trying to sabotage my channel. See, they didn't want me to put this out. They do this every time I go live, gang. My voice too strong. Put a one in the chat if y'all can hear me. Diamond Gang, Diamond. All right, thank you. Diamond Gang, I'm live. I'm going to save it for tomorrow, Diamond. We not going in on that Diamond Gang. My Diamond Gang up in here. She said, don't even rock it yet till we show y'all tomorrow, gang. I got another show I'm finna rock. Gang, we got too much. I ain't even finna just do y'all all type of ways yet. We the #1 channel on YouTube. If you want the truth, you come over here. That's why them people send me super chats. That's why these people show me they love me. And it's, ever since I've been on, you ain't seen nothing but hearts popping up on the right-hand side. Y'all notice that? Do y'all notice ever since I've been live, them hearts ain't stopped coming up? I said, damn. Cause these people know I am the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Now look, gang, look what it say. Enough about me. This ain't the Trump channel. I just want everybody to talk about me. This ain't the Trump channel, gang. This ain't Donald Trump channel. I just want to make my hat with my Trump on my hat. Suck my balls. I said, damn. Now look. Francis, look, she didn't know how to do that. We got all past that. But it said they were talking about making jerky. But look, at the jerky part, let's finish off right here. Jerky class, right? Anyone? He will also bring you a taste of his new jerky recipe from the restaurant. Now, we're going to look at what the restaurant name is, Band-Aid Gang, and send a warm hello. He is working at the restaurant called, look what the restaurant is called, Band-Aid Gang. Stop playing with my channel. They came over here playing with my channel, man. They came on my channel, man. My channel, man.
Oh, it's okay.
working at the restaurant called Cannibal Gang. The restaurant is called Cannibal Gang. Put a fork in me, I'm done. They running from my channel now. They didn't put the bots down. They didn't put the bots down because they came to my channel. They said, stand down, stand down, stand down. He got too much. Stand down. Let's go to the next nigga's channel. Stand down. He got too much. Gang, the restaurant is called Cannibal Gang. They eating beef jerky called Cannibal at the restaurant called Cannibal Gang. And cooks, wait for it, it said, beef jerky and steak. He has time at 3 o'clock tomorrow if this is okay with you. Sent from an iPhone. I said, damn. So we about to do some commentary on that Band-Aid Gang. Now let it go. Stop playing on my channel. Now this right here. See, this where it gets sick. Shouts out to Band-Aid Gang, Diamond Gang for sending this to me. You know what that is? Do you remember everybody on my last live? Y'all make sure y'all go check that out too. On my last live, I had a live, right? And it had some little children. They was fishing on a boat, and that was in the Epstein files. They was out there on the boat. So you know how my mind be thinking and stuff, right? I was just like, damn, man, what if them little children are on the boat, right? And they getting ready, because when you listen to the Sasha Riley story, Sasha Riley was talking about how they was making those snuff movies and stuff like that. And then when they would finish making them have relations together, someone would come in and unlive that person right then on the spot. You feel me? Yeah. And when I watched the Epstein file video, right, and it showed the little children that was on the boat when they was fishing. Y'all remember that Band-Aid Gang? I was sitting back thinking when I seen that before Diamond Gang sent this to me, that, man, I wonder if they were just, doing videos in there and they took them little children while they thought they was having fun and threw them over the boat. But this thing right here is on one of Epstein's boats. Sharks. Feed them to the sharks, gang. After they have their way and get the body parts that they want, just think about it. It's people on the black web doing what? Selling people hearts. They selling body parts on the black web. Stop playing with my channel. Tell me, gang. When they get all the body parts that they want, because they was showing them eating the insides. They say they was eating the insides, allegedly, of children, of babies. When they take the rest of the body and they drop that blood down there, what them sharks gonna do? They gonna smell blood. And them sharks gonna be right there. All them sharks gonna have their heads sitting up right there. You know how it go. You know them sharks gonna have their heads sitting up right there. You watch them shows. Surviving Tuna and all of that. Them sharks' heads gonna be right there. When they get them body parts that they want, after they do what they do, they drop it right there. And you ain't never gonna see them little children again. Let alone they ain't got no social security and no birth certificates, because that's the children that they target. Stop playing with my channel. This ain't the dope fiend channel. We don't smoke dope over here, gang. We don't pop a gang of goddamn pills. We don't do that on my channel. You want to have a lopsided ass brain? You want to have a toupee on that's receding like Donald Trump? How you get a toupee and the toupee receding? Your president toupee is receding. That ain't weird to you. That's That's why they know I'm the #1 on YouTube. That's why I'm one of the ones that helped break the Young Dolph case. Long live Young Dolph. Tune in tomorrow because we got some Young Dolph and my homegirl Cupcake. We still getting justice for Young Dolph. You know why I'm so good with doing shit like this? Because the Young Dolph case is a lot harder and we still solving the Young Dolph case. This is Dolph sector over here. Shouts out to the most 3 sector. But we Young Dolph sector over here and we got more shit coming out right now. Hit my like button. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. This don't make no sense. Let's go, Band-Aid gang. I run YouTube. Let's go. More intel finna hit the street right now. Let's do them all type of ways, Band-Aid gang. I ain't got to live like this. None of us do. Nobody in my chat. These people come to my channel because they know I ain't playing with these folks. I've been on their ass. They know it. I've been on their ass. They've been doing anything to try to sabotage my channel. But I've been kicking them in their ass. That's why I don't come out when they want me to come out. I come out when we want to come out. Because my gang know when to come out. Because we've been ducking these niggas for too fucking long. Playing with my channel. Let's go. Do you all type of ways. Band-Aid gang. We getting 100 likes today. All my replay gang, y'all want to watch the replay? Let's go.
What's up, people? This is Attorney Joshua Palmer, the Win Big lawyer, and this is Win Big. I'm not a real judge. This is all.
Let's go, Band-Aid gang.
We're going to dig into all of them, all right? Delete everything, okay? So he said, I'm going to off myself tomorrow. I'm also sending 3 packets of copied information to the media, 1 to CNN, 1 to MSNBC, 1 to Fox News. You all will have to see which one tells the truth about the information they receive and who doesn't. I trust 4chan to do this because of our history of releasing legit info in the face of a mass media cover-up. 4chan looking solid these days. It says, I've been a professional driver and security guard for a circle of very wealthy people for almost 8 years. I started by working the door at a private gentleman's club outside the DC area. From that job, I was introduced to some employment managers for Jeffrey Epstein. Because I had experience as both a cab driver and a bouncer, as well as always overlooking and keeping my mouth shut about the drugs and prostitution my employers at the clubs profited from, they thought I'd be a good fit to work the weekends for Mr. Epstein. At first, I didn't do very much, definitely nothing important. I would run errands mostly and do anything my manager, who reported directly to Mr. Epstein, wanted.
These are Epstein file documents. Double tap the screen, the like button. Let's get this up to 100 likes. Fair use commentary. The disclaimer is in my description, so make sure that's all good. Fair use commentary. Let's go.
To do. So say the gardener calls out sick one day, it would be me mowing the lawn in his place. I was sort of a floating general helper. Inevitably, I ran into Mr. Epstein now and then, and he was always very personable, enthusiastic, and I'd heard about his original court case and the rumors and everything. But just meeting this guy made me feel like it was all a lie because he seemed so kind and genuine. I thought he really was just this hotshot money man like a Bruce Wayne or Tony Stark type figure. And I think ultimately that's how he wanted us to all see him. His God complex was, to say the least, very developed. Eventually I was trusted with bigger jobs. I think I got a good reputation because I cleaned one of Mr. Epstein's bedroom one day. There was, to my dismay, a mixture of, let's say, dookie and man milk on the bed sheets. I dealt with it professionally.
I said, damn.
And I didn't say anything. I knew by then that someone was always watching. There were cameras in almost every single room, save Mr. Epstein's private office and regular bedroom. He had several bedrooms, but one was his favorite, I guess, his main room. I never mentioned it to anyone, but I still got a thank you from my manager for being discreet. One day...
You're right, Smiles. I see you. They left. That's when they bring them bots in. They bring them robots in and try to stop the narrative. But you notice them bots been dying? Some of the bots said, you know what? I'm done. I'm done. I can't deal with this. I can't work for Trump no more. Let go.
Let's go and pick up a masseuse from a bus station. Excuse me, sorry, I'm tired of the Epstein files. I didn't ask for her age, I knew better, but she could have been older than 6. She couldn't have been older than 16. I got a really bad feeling in my stomach because at this point, denying Mr. Epstein's taste would be borderline irrational. I did my job, though. I took her to his house, and a few hours later, I took her back to the bus stop, and she was crying. I didn't talk to her about it. A few weeks later, I did it again. Now my manager tells me that Mr. Epstein would like me to take over all of his various pickups and drop-offs. They called it caddy duty. Bath. But it was more than just girls. I would pick up drugs and other assorted packages, most of which I had no idea the contents contents, but as far as I was concerned, the less I knew, the better. I was getting paid very well for the amount of work that I was doing. In a given day, I spent 3, maybe 4 hours doing anything that could be considered work. The rest of the time, I either sat in my car browsing 4chan on my phone or inside pretending like I was rich and this was my house. For this, I was being paid 75 grand a year. More than I'd ever even hoped to have had made in my whole life. When I was doing most of the driving, it went up to 115. Every time my job became more illegal, the money would get better. That's his tactic. He knows people will just do about anything for the right price.
For the right price.
I just want people to know, I guess. Call it a public confession because I'm guilty. I guess I don't care that much.
Even your family will turn you in for the right price. Even your family will turn you in for the right price. Let alone somebody that don't know you. Some of y'all know y'all family ain't shit. Some of y'all don't even fuck with your family. Oh, I just love coming over there on C-Dub channel because that nigga over there, he tell the truth. Some of y'all don't even fuck with your family. Look what's going on with Glorilla and her sister right now on the internet. Her sister doing her all type of ways over money. Money is the root of all evil. Norvus or dosa chlorum. Let's go.
I'm going to be dead. I've done things that I can't forgive myself for, and I think they will have me killed anyway. I'm going to do it on my own terms.
Let's get to the meat and potatoes.
I just want people to know, I guess. I read that. It says, anyway, Mr. Epstein is very shrewd. He pays you a lot, but not enough for the shit you have to do. And he tries to find the absolute least amount he can pay you to keep it going. For me, disgracefully, that was around 150K. I stayed on caddy duty for about 4 months. Then Mr. Epstein took a trip abroad, and he loaned me out to another family, the Romneys. Now, keep in mind, I never met Mitch Romney. I assume he means Mitt Romney. And I don't think I even worked for him. I just worked for the family. I reported to an employment manager as usual, and I was tasked with driving a young man named Cole around wherever he...
Tiffany, just as I've been watching you in my chat, and I've been studying you. Write her name down.
Just screenshot it.
I'm a screenshot. Tip, I'll get with you. Is that I'm a living witness. So it seemed like you've been through something from watching a lot of your comments, that you've been through something like this or some type of, something that made you strong. Something that made you strong. I can see it in your comments. Let's go.
Wanted. Cole was probably 22, already had his license, and had been suspended for drug driving. He lived in a huge house out in the middle of nowhere outside Boulder, Colorado. Man, it was beautiful. If I could have stayed there forever, I would have. I suspect it was a vacation cabin, mansion, owned by his parents, but I digress. Every weekend we'd drive into the city, he would get shit-faced drunk, find a woman or working girl, and I'd take us all back home. Cole was a piece of total shit. If you remember Scumbag Steve, just imagine if Steve's parents were multi-millionaires, if not billionaires, you get the idea. And I said, so one Sunday morning, after a typical Saturday night, I report for duty 8 a.m. sharp, knowing damn well Cole isn't going to drag his ass out of bed until at least 3 p.m. Here he comes, hobbling down the driveway in his socks to my car. He usually texts when he's up, and I come inside and start cleaning up his message.
With Purdue Global, education fits your life, however it looks. So being a mom and a student would look like listening to a lecture while folding laundry.
No text today. He comes over to the car as I'm stepping out. He says, hey buddy, we got a problem here, but it's not that big of a deal. Okay, what? Let's see it. We go inside, upstairs to his bedroom. His girl from last night is laying face up, her mouth open, is pooled with vomit. She's most definitely dead. As far as I can tell, she overdosed on whatever combination of prescription drugs they were doing, passed out, puked, then suffocated.
55 likes. Let's get this up to 100 likes, man. Let's go.
And I've got my phone out dialing 911. Cole slaps it out my hand and tells me to hold on. He says he can't get in trouble because it will look bad on his family. I said, Cole, you've already been getting into trouble. He says he knows, just not this kind of trouble. He says I'll get a big bonus if I just deal with it myself. Now, I'm way out here in the middle of nowhere, and the implication from day one of my employment in this circle has been that if I mess up, I might suffer harsh consequences. I know what I did here was wrong. I know that, and I'm so sorry. He says, I asked him what I'm supposed to do. He says, just wait.
Sad.
He gets a different phone out of a drawer and starts making calls. After a few minutes, I'm waiting in the hallway. He's casually pacing around the corpse. He gives me GPS coordinates for a little spot of 111 up in the mountains. I'm supposed to wrap her up, take her there, and drop her off. He said there would be guys waiting there to take her.
Up in the mountains. So we're going to talk about that. Up in the mountains. So up in the mountains, which is going to key in to anybody that has subscribed to this channel. I've got them a membership or whatever the case may be. Because I am in tune with another sex trafficking ring that I see going on that I'm going to do for my members only channel. So when we go back to this gang and we looking up everybody's Band-Aid gang, everybody's in my channel, it says that, let's be specific. I don't want to give anybody the wrong information. I want the people that's a part of my community, with that I'm engaging with, because I like to engage with my people. So when I'm engaging with you, it is a must that I'm the type of person that might chop something right now and like say, okay, because there's so much information I have. So I'm so good at what I do, I could chop this and I could still go back with some more intel and drop it. I want you to keep that in store. So now when they just talked about going back to the desert, is that talking about the actual ranch? That ranch is called what, Angel? Zorro Ranch. So we've already, Diamond Gang, we've already tuned into the Zorro Ranch. You can't feed a baby steak, so we bit it up a little bit. You know how mama and them do. When you're a baby, they bite the food up when you're almost, getting off baby food. Yeah, you niggas eat baby food. Y'all's eating baby food, right? So we started getting you off baby food, and we started biting the food up and putting it in the mouth. That's what black folks do. Black folks, that's how we do. We, to get the baby off, so y'all like, you can't feed a baby steak. You just can't put it all down y'all throat, because a lot of people are not going to be ready for that, right? Yeah, they ain't gonna be ready for that. Yeah, we gonna kick it to you the right way. So now, let me tell you. So the ranch, what is it called again, Angel? Zorro Ranch. It's outside of Albuquerque. Me and Angel travel this route. I am a truck. It's in Stanley, New Mexico. So we've been going up and down their street. Yeah, we've been going up and down their street doing research, and then Diamond Gang don't make it no better. Yeah, we on their ass. And when we show you what we found out tomorrow, did I mention tomorrow we gonna show y'all what we found out? These people are in big trouble. They are in trouble. They are in big trouble, gang. I swear to God, I want to tell you tonight, but I can't. That's what R. Kelly said, but I can't. Remember R. Kelly saying that? Yeah. But I can't. I gave you 30 years of my life. R. Kelly said, I want to take care of my kids, but I can't. Hey, gang, we were on her Band-Aid gang. So now the desert, because we already in the desert. We've been in the desert a long time ago. We're going to get this live up to 100 likes. So we're going to go through this. I'm going to show you this next.
It's a long drive. I don't look forward to it one bit. I wrap her up in his comforter. He stops.
Long drive to the desert. Long drive to where? Where's it called? Zorro Desert. Go on your phones, Band-Aid gang. I insist my Band-Aid gang. Let me tell you, Band-Aid gang. Tiffany, I want you to do this, Tiffany, because I'm going to at you every time I go live. I want you to go to your
Oh, do you still got your live we did? You can probably pull that up.
I can pull it up, but I'm gonna let the gang do it because I got so much we gotta do. So look, I want y'all to go to your what is it, Google Map? What is it?
Yeah.
Go to Google Map and type in Zorro Ranch. It's gonna be outside of Albuquerque. I travel this route all the time. I drive 18-wheelers, so this is no secret to me. See, that's what made me good, because I also drive 18-wheelers. So I'm really weird. I see UFOs. I see it all. So it is what it is. So I don't put past anything. So you actually talking to a truck driver right now. I've seen it all. I've showed you UFOs on my channel. A lot of people, y'all got to dig through my archive. I've showed UFOs. But at the end of the day, they're talking about that desert. So they're talking about New Mexico Ranch. And we got some stuff that we're not going to release yet, but we're going to release it tomorrow, because we do have Young Dolph. We got so much stuff coming up right now, and I'm going to drop that. I think it's just so special that I hold it, and that separates our channel from other people's channel. And that's why people come rock with me. So let's go.
Me, bro, he says, bro, not that blanket. That's like the softest blanket in the world, dude. No way. He gets me a different blanket from the closet. Effing real gentleman, Cole was.
Let's go.
He's got an F-150 at the property used for landscaping work. I put her body...
F-150 on the property used for landscaping work. Band-Aid gang, we are tracking. Let's go. Track.
in the bed with a tarp on top of it. I fill the rest of the back with landscaping supplies, fertilizer, tools. I tried to make it look really natural and boring. I'm shitting bricks. I can't believe I'm actually doing this, but he's promising me that if I get busted, I'll have the best lawyers that money can buy, and I believe him. She's dead already anyway, and it's unlikely that he would even get into any real legal trouble, just bad press. So what's the difference? The whole time I'm driving, I'm just sweating through my clothes. I have to stop twice and puke. When I get there, there's a little dirt spot you can pull off into, and sure enough, there's a big black SUV and a Jeep with off-road tires. I'm not about to just assume these are the body people, so I stop and get out and approach the SUV. The window rolls down, and there's a woman who's probably in her 50s and a big guy driving. I don't know what to say, so I'm kind of just like, how's it going? Feeling like a complete effing idiot. She makes a call and describes to me the person on the phone. She then puts it down and says, "We're who you're looking for. Is it under all that stuff in the bed?" I say, "Yeah, do you need help?" She says, "No, take a break." So I walk into the trees a little bit and smoke a cigarette or two. They've got her out, put her in the Jeep within about 5 minutes. The woman tells me to wait 15 minutes before I leave. Then they pulled out and drive away. The Jeep drives further into the woods. I wait maybe 7 minutes and I leave. I got a text later telling me not to ever leave early again. It was from a blocked number. Wow.
Now let's go. Now I wanted to show y'all that. Now here's the thing. Is Epstein alive? Let's talk about it.
I think he's alive, babe. I think he up in Hawaii somewhere, allegedly.
Hawaii? What the hell? That's because you will go to Hawaii. Ain't nobody going. But that's how you gonna get caught. I'm gonna go to Hawaii. They don't catch your ass in Hawaii. She said she gonna go to Hawaii. They don't catch your ass. All right, Bandy. Bandy gang, let's go. Now we on his ass. So we're going to talk about food. Let's talk about what these people been doing when I told y'all they eating people. Let's go. Band-Aid gang. We were. Put your pieces
Watch
together.
what exercise does to aging muscles.
Hit the like button.
Going crazy, think they found a code word for human meat? Wait, what? Hope you are feeling better. Did we analyze the jerky? Why didn't we get jerky this week? I also added more to the jerky and ginger lemongrass. Thank you so much. Super cool. Beef jerky, delicious. Jojo is here and we'll walk the jerky over to Jeffrey. We'll walk the jerky over to Jeffrey. Why would jerky walk around? Why would it do that? Delicious lunch, beef jerky. Steve and I are very grateful above all for your friendship. Some of these emails are so wholesome, aren't they? It's too bad they eat kids. A small insulated bag would be fine. I don't remember checking it. No need for crazy amounts of ice. One should do. There is one bag of beef jerky in the fridge. Please get it. Also, Blank has more at her place. Please get it from her as well. I suppose it needs to be in a cold, insulated bag. Just wanted to touch base about jerky.
When do you goddamn freeze beef jerky?
He said he was going to start eating regular food again, so he might be eating less jerky. He said he has 6 bags of it in a downstairs freezer. Why would you freeze jerky? Steve needs a 6 to 8 ounce portion of jerky. I gave you all the jerky we had, and it lasted only half the amount of time it was meant to. I felt like it was more important for you to have the jerky to eat during my time off. My plan is to make a batch before I leave for LSJ, and some of that will go to Steve, and the rest will go to you at LSJ when I arrive. Little St. James Island. And that's what LSJ must mean. So logically, that means that they were doing this off of the island. Steve Hansen is sending jerky to your attention overnight. I believe it should be enough to get him through. Jeffrey Epstein is asking to bring him more jerky. I'm flying in on Friday. I will bring jerky. Is there a time I could come say hi and drop off the beef jerky? And that's from Jeffrey Epstein. Francis has time to come tomorrow. Show me how to make it. Jerky class anyone. He will bring you to taste his new jerky recipe from the restaurant. He sends a warm hello. He's working at a restaurant called
Right there.
Guys, the restaurant's called Cannibal and Cooks. Wait for it. Beef jerky and steak. Can Blank make some jerky? I think we should landscape all around the house to use the water if possible. If the main house is not enough. Are there any recorded images of Jeffrey Epstein with beef jerky at all No, there are no recorded or publicly known images of Jeffrey Epstein with beef jerky. Who sends beef jerky to a lab for analysis? Wait, what? I was looking for the beef jerky as I knew it was in my suitcase, and I thought that maybe I left it on the beach, only to find a small plastic bag near my dog's bed. I'll email Francis to make us some more, as I need 6 to 8 ounces to send to the lab, and I'll forward to Francis the info to send to the lab directly.
Guys, I think something's going on.
What's this here? Commercial? Apparently it's his last girlfriend who's active on Twitter right now.
Did I mention I got intel? I got intel. I got intel in, gang, that this is what they was really doing. And I'm going to show y'all tomorrow this is what they was really doing, gang. Stop playing with us.
Check the mail. Names for hers again. Oh boy, oh boy. People are saying this is Jeffrey Epstein's last girlfriend. And this is the same name as inside of the files, and her name change hasn't occurred since 2017, before the files released. After years of silence, the truth. Jeffrey was innocent. Really? Like, he just a good boy? He didn't do nothing wrong? Trapped by powerful people who silenced him. I was his last confidant, and I have the evidence that they're still hiding. I'm not suicidal, just in case. You'll know that.
Did you hear when they said you got the evidence that they're still hiding? That they're still hiding. Let's go.
Whole truth soon. They sacrifice children to Lucifer. It's an entire cult.
They sacrifice children to Lucifer. I just showed y'all. Matter of fact, I'm about to show you again. Stop playing with me. Watch this, Band-Aid gang. I'm about to pull this up. Hold on. What that message that why I sent baby where they showed the baby to Joey, right? Let's go. Stop playing with me. I got you. I beat you. Band-Aid gang, we beat them every motherfucking time. We on top of the game like a scoreboard. I know the Super Bowl coming and y'all gotta go. But watch how I do y'all. Nah, I sent to Joey.
I know he not. All right, fine.
Hold on, gang. Yep. You right. Hold on, gang. We finna do y'all all type of ways. Watch this. I'm finna show y'all. Y'all won't play with me. Yeah, y'all gonna stop playing with me. Y'all gonna stop playing with the Band-Aid gang. Y'all gonna stop playing with the channel. Hold on. This why they try to sabotage my channel. Right there. This why they try to sabotage our channel, gang. This why they try to sabotage my channel. That's why they try to sabotage Band-Aid gang channel. Beef jerky. Beef jerky. This was in the Epstein files. Hit me and Angel like button. Yeah. This is why they want to sabotage my channel.
Is that the head?
Look at that boy head right there. That look like an African kidnapping head. Look at the leg right there of that child, gang. We run YouTube. They were freezing this with the chicken allegedly. Freezing that. Freezing that. They were freezing that, gang. They were freezing that little kid right there with the chicken, gang. And they eating people. They eating people, gang. We showed you on my last live that these people out here eating people, Band-Aid gang. Marinate on that. Marinate on that. You can tell that's an African-American child, but right there at the hair. Right there. Hit my like button. I didn't get on that stand and tell them folks that I was soliciting women? Epstein did. They eating people, gang. All the stuff that you've been seeing about on the internet and all that stuff, the Illuminati, the Masonic, the sacrifices that they be doing, them people be telling you what's going on, man. These people eat people, man. And they made so many movies that they showed us on TV. And the movies was filmed what? On goddamn it, Tom Ford Ranch. Tom Ford Ranch. They used to film movies there. Terminator. All these movies that you see when they in the desert, stuck in the desert, and they got these cannibal people coming to eat them. That's where they filmed them at. Hills Have Eyes. That was filmed in Virginia. But they giving you about what these people do. They eat people. They take children's adrenochrome. And they rub it all over their face because they say it want to be the fountain of youth. Make you live long. Make your skin good.
Nurse 59 said go watch the movie Fresh.
Y'all doing right what she said. I'm going to pin this. Y'all go. My mind told y'all to go do this. I'm going to pin this. My general just told y'all go watch the movie Fresh. They eating people, gang. And that's why Bill Gates, excuse me, yes, Bill Gates. It's a clip where Bill Gates like to go do testing on these people. You want me to show you that? Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat. I'll show you. This child was eating. This child was eating. They ate this child. I do you all type of ways on this internet. I don't play no games, man. Stop playing with my channel. That's why I come out, because I gotta sneak and do it. I gotta sneak it out, because if I don't sneak it out, they gonna try to come get me and take me to the island. They gonna try to take me to Epstein Island, gang. Me and Angel. They listening through me through the phone. They know I'm on here. Now I'm about to show you. Don't tell nobody. I own this shit. I run YouTube. I've been trying to open your eyes for 1,000 times, gang. We ain't got to play with these people. Watch how I do them all type of ways. Watch how I do them all type of ways. Band-Aid gang. Watch me. Watch me work. Watch me work. You heard my dog say, watch him work. My dog said he finna work. Chip, should I show it to him, Chip? Should I? Chip, is they eating people?
Stop using ChatGPT like it's Google. Get AI certified in 28 days.
Hold on, let me ask my dog.
This is Jeffrey Epstein.
Let me ask my dog. Chip, is Epstein eating people? He is? Epstein eating people?
He eating people. Chip.
Do Epstein eat people? Do Trump eat people? Trump eating people? Oh, man, my dog said Trump eating people. Is Trump doing it? Is Epstein doing it? Do they eat? Chip, do people eat people? And when they do it? Oh, I said, damn. My dog said they doing it. Chip. Hold on, man. Chip, hold on. Hold on, stop, wait. Chip, did Epstein eat them people? What about Trump? Did Trump eat them people, Chip? Oh, man, he said, yep. My dog said Trump, he said, yep. Hold on, look. All right.
Hey guys, calm down.
Calm down. Now watch this, y'all. They know it. Them dogs know it. Them dogs ain't gonna lie to you. Now listen to this. Dogs don't lie. Now my dog ain't gonna lie to you. My chihuahua don't lie. I got chihuahuas. My chihuahuas don't lie. Don't call my dog a lie. Now listen to this, gang. Watch this. Now this the girl that unalived herself allegedly. Now watch how we rock. I don't play no game.
But he was never the threat. The real predator was Ghislaine Maxwell.
Look.
Prim and proper, smiling, promising to teach me massage therapy at the Pink Mansion in Palm Beach. I had no idea I was being fed into a nightmare machine. Epstein's Island was hell disguised as paradise. You've heard some names linked to him, but those are just the sacrificial pawns. The real player...
Remember, this is the first girl that gave up everything. They found her. They said that she committed suicide. Now, she telling y'all that she never committed suicide, gang. She telling y'all she never committed suicide. And see, this ain't the Democrat. She said Obama was down up in there, too. Then now y'all see why. I don't care if Obama was black. I wouldn't care if he was yellow. I wouldn't care if I told you I don't trust none of them. I don't trust Obama. I don't trust none of them. Hit my like button. That's why y'all like me, because I ain't going to hold nothing back. Yeah, I ain't holding nothing back. This ain't them hold nothing back channel. Yeah, we don't hold nothing back over here. We tell the truth. Now, look what she said. Let's rock a show. I ain't got to live like this. I'm doing it to help y'all. I'm already there. They already opened the gates for me to come into heaven. I ain't worried about what y'all, I don't care where y'all going. I do care where you're going. I'm trying to help you go where I'm going. Yeah, did I mention that? All right, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's do y'all all type of way. Hit my like button.
Mike, if only we can hear from somebody who actually spent time on that island. Oh, wait. We can. Now, let me give y'all a little premise as to what it is that you guys are about to hear so you won't be confused. This is one of Jeffrey Epstein's victims. This is Virginia Giuffre. I believe that's how you say her last name. She was in the process of writing a tell-all book, and she passed away just a few months ago. Now, remember, I talked about it in the previous video.
Just a few months ago.
Now, she's alleging in this audio that it wasn't an accident. How can a dead woman say that she died and it wasn't an accident? Because she...
How can a woman be unalived and say it wasn't an accident? That means that she did not do it. She knew they was coming for her. Look.
Knew it was coming. Now, if I remember correctly, her vehicle crashed in the side of a semi-truck, and what I believe happened is they took control over her vehicle and crashed it into the side of that semi-truck. She dropped this kill switch in case anything happened to her.
If you're watching this, it means they got me. My dead man switch activated automatically after I missed 2 scheduled check-ins. I had it set up months ago because I knew this day was coming. I did not die by accident. I was murdered to keep their secrets buried. My name is Virginia Louise Jeffrey. I was one of Jeffrey Epstein's victims. I survived Little St. James, but survival came at a price. I saw too much, knew too much, and now they've silenced me. But it's too late for them. They thought killing me would bury their secrets. I worked at Mar-a-Lago, folding towels, cleaning lockers. My father kept the tennis courts immaculate. We were just working folks trying to scrape by. Trump, he was around, but he was never the threat. The real predator was Ghislaine Maxwell. Prim and proper, smiling, promising to teach me massage therapy at the Pink Mansion in Palm Beach. I had no idea I was being fed into a nightmare machine. Epstein's Island was hell disguised as paradise. You've heard some names linked to him, but those are just the sacrificial pawns. The real players, the ones they've protected at all costs, are still hiding in plain sight. I'll name 2 now. The first, a former U.S. President, Barack Obama. Publicly, he's revered. Privately, he was one of the worst. He wasn't there for the girls, he was there for the island boys. Young boys, trafficked and groomed. I saw him more times than I can count, always without his Secret Service detail, sometimes with his Hollywood friends, George Clooney and Tom Hanks. I still have nightmares about them, arrogant and drunk on power, slinking into the cabanas with kids barely out of childhood. The second, Bill Gates, the billionaire philanthropist, loved by the media, hailed as a savior. We called him the benefactor.
Now listen, this is what I want my gang to pay attention to. This is what I want my gang to pay attention to. Listen what she said that Bill Gates did. Let alone in the Epstein file, Bill Gates caught a sexual transmitted disease and wanted to put it in something so he can give to his wife so it wouldn't come out, right? So we know what Bill Gates do, come up with all type of chemistries and doing all type of tests. This is how you know this is true. I'm going to screen record this, and I'm going to keep this for our archive Band-Aid gang, because one thing that we're going to do, we're going to spit this stuff into the ethers, free energy. See, because we go off energy, because we got power. Yeah, we got power over here on this channel. So the power that we speak is going to put these people behind bars. We did this shit. We run YouTube. Let's go.
The second, Bill Gates, the billionaire philanthropist, loved by the media, hailed as a savior. We called him the benefactor, and we used to dread seeing him naked. But he didn't come to party. He came to experiment. Genetic experiments, human experiments.
He came to experiment. Did you hear that? Bill Gates came to experiment on them children. So which goes to tell you each and every last one of these rich ass people had motherfucking shit that they wanted to experiment and fulfill their own demonic weirdo sex fetishes. He wanted to experiment on the children. Just like he wants to experiment with your food. Bill Gates want to play with the food. Y'all remember that? What was they putting in the food? Was they putting the food, putting them little children that we seen on the chicken that I just showed you?
Okay,
during the COVID pandemic, Bill Gates talked about using millions of mosquitoes to administer the vaccine. I said, damn, I'm finna screenshot that. We got gang in it. Exactly.
That's crazy.
It's all coming together. Let me pin this. Let me pin what Cactus put up. Let me pin what Cactus put up. During the COVID pandemic, Bill Gates talked about using millions of mosquitoes to administer a vaccine. We don't play checkers over here. We play chess. We beat you. Listen what she said.
Was a savior. We called him the benefactor, and we used to dread seeing him naked. But he didn't come to party. He came to experiment. Genetic experiments, human experiments. I saw him inject a young girl with something they said was a genetic enhancement. She was younger than me, strapped to a table, terrified, treated like a lab rat while they muttered about seeding the future of the species. These men think they are gods, playing with life like it was theirs to own. I'm telling you now, Epstein isn't dead. They staged his death because he was too valuable. He held blackmail on some of the most powerful people on earth. Files, videos, confessions. They couldn't risk him talking, but they also couldn't risk him gone, so they hid him. And they thought killing me would stop this from coming out. They were wrong, and there is so much more to come. Hidden servers, encrypted drives, witness testimonies. It's all gonna hit the light. If you're watching this, you are the resistance. Don't let my death be just another headline. Burn their lies to the ground. Make the world see the monsters behind the masks.
Or made it look like it was just a...
Stop playing with my channel. Stop playing with my channel. Stop playing with my channel. I don't care what these people do. They can't stop me, bro. You can try to stop me, but you can't. I'm about to show y'all real facts, how we don't play. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. Band-Aid gang, we in here.
Last call for football.
Let's
go.
go.
The season has been.
To all the comebacks.
To all the tush pushes.
To the parlays we hit.
Here's to one last ride.
New customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if you win.
For drivers who are
Hit
serious.
the like button. Hit the like button.
Okay, y'all, I'm not gonna lie. I'm severely irritated. I've been trying to record the same video for the past like 3 days. Y'all
Shouts
seen
out
when I
to
went
Dre
live
OG.
the other day? They sniped me. They sent me.
Make sure y'all subscribe to my boy channel, Dre OG. Make sure you subscribe to the gang channel, Dre OG. Subscribe to his channel. Let's go.
Straight to the gulag, man. I thought I was talking to y'all, but they had took my video down. But I made.
Be giving y'all my keys, but I am. Hold on. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me, gang. Put a 1 in the chat so we can continue on, so I know everybody hearing the audio. Put a 1 in the chat. I'm going to shut it down after this one, but we got some keys up in here. Let's go. I need a 1 in the chat. Oh, yeah, it's going down, Cactus. Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. I thank y'all. We got 58 likes up in here. We ran it up. Put a 1 in the chat. Can y'all hear me? I'm not going till we hear a 1. Put a 1 in that chat. All right, we got ones. We got ones in the chat. Let's rock. Let's rock. Let's rock. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. I'm just a little later than y'all on the commentary. Let's go.
Stuff is distractions.
Pay
They
attention.
haven't submitted everything, but the things that they submitted were very, very interesting. Along the lines of the stuff that we talk about, like Nephilim and, you know, I can't say the other things in the beginning of the video, but y'all get what I'm talking about. The doomsday clock is ticking.
Let's go.
The time is not up for us.
It's up for
It's
them.
only over for them.
It's over for them.
Let's get into this video. 15,000 likes.
Let's go.
I hope y'all subscribe to the channel if you're rocking with the vibes and the content. And just know, if you're going through a tough time out here,
Let's go. We in the
they're
same
going through
shit.
worse. But we're going through this thing called life together. Let's get it.
Welcome to the fucking show.
Band-Aid gang. We
The
here.
clock has now moved closer to midnight than ever before. The clock is meant to rate how close humanity is from ending. It is now sitting at 85 seconds to midnight. The Bulletin of the Atomic Scientists saying reasons for moving the clock forward include risks of nuclear war, climate change, potential use of biotechnology, and the rising use of artificial intelligence. The doomsday clock was created in 1947.
All right, TikTok. Let's take a look above. As you can see, the Super Bowl image for 2026. If you look at the colors, you will see it's the same exact colors as the
Emergency
broadcast system.
Let's go.
You see the silver all the way to the left. You see the silver Lombardi trophy.
Band-Aid
It says
gang.
Super Bowl. You have your yellow, then your light
They
blue.
called me a
which is the
conspiracy
sky.
theorist.
You can see the green. Just
They
look
called
at
me a
and then
conspiracy
the fuchsia, almost violet, pinkish color. You can see it in the trees. The red on the bridge here, and then the dark blue right above the bridge, under the light blue, under those white clouds right there. Now, we all know that it's always symbolism inside of these type of images. Now, why would the Super Bowl logo this year have the same colors as the emergency broadcast system? Not to mention, ICE is going to be patrolling at the Super Bowl.
We building.
So, what is it that
We
they
building
know
the Epstein
is coming
files
that we don't know is coming? Not to mention, for those of you that follow me, You know we've been following all of the earthquakes from Levi. And it just so happens that this year's Super Bowl is at Levi Stadium. Now, ain't that a coincidence? Now,
you talking about Levi the Leviathan if y'all not tracking.
You're gonna have to ask yourself this question. If something happens this Sunday at the Super Bowl, and especially if the emergency broadcast system just happens to go off. And that question is going to be, does time travel really exist? And did they already know that this was coming?
Let's go!
Sound like some Tomorrow War stuff.
Let's go. Let's get some food.
Nah, I'm not going.
Let's get some food.
The Doomsday Clock just moved up 85 seconds to midnight. Now, the Doomsday Clock is an economic, geopolitical, ecological indicator that maps out the fall of the Western world and the Roman occupational government. Now, if you ever notice, every time they have a public service announcement talking about the Doomsday Clock, TikTok is always fucking up because TikTok is not necessarily an app. It's actually a timekeeper that's acclimated to the Doomsday Clock for what is to come in the future. Now, there are two publications that you got to read that's synonymous to the timeline that we're basically on. You got to read The Fall of America by Elijah Muhammad and The Theology of Time by Elijah Muhammad. Both of those books is synonymous to the timeline that we're basically on right now. Now, the main reason why they moved it up 85 seconds to midnight is because maritime law is gaining jurisdiction through the Uniform Commercial Codes to where everyone becomes merchants of men. So the digital handcuffs are basically coming. So you have a choice. And we're also on the verge of asymmetrical biochemical warfare. And we're also on the verge of a civil war when you're talking about ICE.
The Bulletin Science and Security Board that humanity has not made sufficient progress on the existential risks that endanger us all. We thus move the clock forward. The Doomsday Clock is a tool for communicating how close we are to destroying our world with technologies of our own making. The risks we face from nuclear weapons, climate change, and disruptive technologies are all growing. Every second counts, and we are running out of time. It is a hard truth, but this is our reality. It is now 85 seconds to midnight.
Hello, yes. What's going on with the TikTok search histories? The government knows you have spiritual gifts. You should really stop looking at that mirror. I'm not trying to scare you, but there's a camera. Do you really think you can escape? NASA warns people to evacuate news. Am I gonna find out why they call you Peggy? And what are you doing? Go to your father's house? I refreshed it. This is what we got this time. Not everything is about your insecurities. You're restricted from communication features. Government knows you have spiritual gifts again. Your mobile device is still in the vehicle. NASA warns people to evacuate news again. Leave America now. I gave you too many chances to understand. Americans, are you okay? No, we're not, by the way. Beware of the man who speaks in hand. What is happening, dude?
Or yeah, here we go. So I'm just gonna put this on play. All right, we're gonna watch 4366 develop over time. It's already becoming a pretty significant sunspot group. I'd say right around this zone is where the sunspot we just had that gave us a near Carrington level impact was. We'll look at that one too. That was just back on, again, January 8th.
Although we weren't able to shatter that highest, hardest glass ceiling this time, thanks to you, it's got about 18 million cracks in it. And the light is shining through like never before, filling us all with the hope and the sure knowledge that the path will be a little easier next time. And I can't believe we just put the biggest crack in that glass ceiling yet. Thanks to you and to everyone.
They talking about the firmament.
To make this possible. This is really your victory. This is really your night. And if there are any little girls out there who stayed up late to watch, let me just say,
are you paying attention to what she said and understand that I don't trust none of them? They just simply talked about the crack in the firmament, which was talked about in the Bible. The firmament, and they talking about little girls. I don't trust none of them. I'm ahead of my time. I know they listening to me, gang. And I know they watching me through my devices. They've been doing this shit for a long time to me. They sent people at me to try to distract me, to stop me, because they knew I was the truth when it come to this, gang. Be aware, keep your eyes open. I ain't done yet. Yeah, I ain't done yet. Band-Aid gang, I got plenty of content. I'm piecing it together. They flood me with information on this channel. I got people in my chat. I got mods. I got people working on the back end that are in the judicial system. We've been working on the Dolph case, and we've been working on another group of people that we about to put under the ground and put them in jail for sex trafficking. We already got our eyes on some sex traffickers that don't even know that we watching them. How do I get on to see it? I'm having a members only. You have to subscribe to my members only. It's going to be this week. And I'm showing you guys. And that's why I had to do it on a members only, to show you that I have already had my foot on some sex traffickers' necks, and they still on YouTube thinking they selling it right live. And I got them. Get you a membership so you can see it this week. And see why I am the GOAT when it comes to YouTube. Subscribe to my channel. I got more information. But before I go out of here, let me show y'all something else to show y'all, because I can go on and on and on and take you down the rabbit hole, but this ain't the Playboy channel. Yeah, this ain't the Playboy channel. So let's do you like this. I'm going to give you, my gang, a little bit more information. Show you about Epstein's situation, right? So to keep your eyes open to realize that Epstein may still be alive, right? I want my gang to pay attention to this so y'all can take this with you. So when you go look at other content creators, which I do not mind, because you get, how do you find information through other people as well. So you came over to my channel and you got some information for me, and you're going to take that information, right? And you're going to put your own pieces together. That's why I always tell people to do their own research. Because, when you come over here, you're going to get something. And then those are the ways you're going to open up that gate to heaven, and how you're going to get into heaven, right? So let's go. We want to get to heaven. That's what we're doing. We're trying to get to heaven. And it said, seek and you shall find, knock and the door shall open. So I'm trying to help you get the door to open. I'm trying to open up things in your brain so you can get close to heaven. Because that's where I want to go. I want to meet you up.
Are you starting a business? Do you need a logo? Design.com offers...
Jeffrey Epstein is still alive. In the Epstein files, there's a receipt from YouTube where his username is LittlestJeff1. Hello, LittlestJeff1. Wait, LittlestJeff1. There was a charge in May 2019, but he died in August. Wait, Chapter 5, Season 1. Wait, that was recent. Epstein's Fortnite account is active in Israel? No. Fortnite tracker, we have, all right, gentlemen, we have the Fortnite account right now. Let's pull it up. The profile has just been made private. Wait a minute. Can I look at this on Wayback Machine? It has not archived that URL. Epstein just privated his account. I have screenshots of his stats confirming he's alive.
Let's go.
How is this proof? Okay, so this is why people think that it's Jeffrey Epstein. He got a charge for $25 for V-Bucks on Fortnite. And this was on May 7th, 2019. And this is, again, keep in mind, justice.gov. This is the government website for Jeffrey Epstein right here. And this is Littlest Jeff with jeevacation@gmail.com. It could be a troll, but how could it be a troll if they did it so far in advance? The account isn't brand new. It was discovered. My guy faked his death and immediately started playing Fortnite. Fortnite Chapter 1, Season 10 ran from August 1st to October 2019. Crazy. Get the screenshot of him playing Season 6 before it's too late. Where are the other screenshots of this? I want to see it. It says I can't edit the post. Where's the imager link? matches. So he and wait, this is season 4, and he had an 8% win rate. Look at chapter 3, season 17, 17% win rate. He has kids playing for him. He's in Tel Aviv playing Fortnite. This could be wait, this is his WoW account. Wait a minute. Context. This is the Department of Justice. Jeffrey Epstein played WoW, and he was a wrath baby. This was right before Cataclysm. Wait a minute. No. He was Horde? I knew it, guys. I knew it all along. He has heirlooms? Yes, he has heirlooms, which means that this is an alt. This is an alt character. This is Epstein, isn't it? Dude, who is this guy? Someone posted the photo without the beard on your Discord. Guys, okay, I'm gonna save this photo though. So, which one is better? Okay, that's a better photo. And why does it not? What the fuck? Why is it not? Why is it doing this? Like, what the fuck? The fuck? The fuck? Guys, are they in? Yeah, I'm really confused here. What's going on with this?
We win. We beat you. Band-Aid gang, we beat them again. We beat them again, gang. We beat them again. This is why we come on YouTube. When we want to, and do what we want to, and how we want to, and say what we want to say, and do what we want to do. We bring you the information for you to build your own thoughts, to put your pieces together. I can't help you. I can't walk you to the pond and make you drink. You got to decide to drink yourself. Again, I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I'm a spiritual person. I believe in the Most High. And I believe in universal law. And that means what goes around comes around. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. And that's what we're seeing in face right now. So you got to pay attention. What every action is an equal and opposite reaction. What goes around comes around. And that's why things are surfacing when it comes to Epstein and Donald Trump. You take your own thoughts. You can have trolls come in your chats, but you believe in just put it together. But I'm here for the children and what has happened. And if there's people being eaten, these are some sick people. Missing children. They can be counted for. We about to get on that Epstein. We going to the ranch. We going to the ranch at Tom Ford. See, they got some bodies buried on that ranch. Allegedly. They have bodies there. And it's all about to come out. Band-Aid gang, I want to thank the people that came in, super chatted the channel and showed love and knew the words that me and Angel was putting out here was true. And hey, truth don't change. It is author. And we not going to change. I want to thank you guys for coming out. Long live Young Dolph. That's about to come out tomorrow. We going ham on that one. And tomorrow we back on the Epstein files. And I didn't even release the stuff that we're about to release tomorrow. And I know a lot of people. The Super Bowl is coming up. And everybody going to be watching. So we ain't going to hold you because I'm about to go watch it too. Thank you guys for coming out tonight. It's your boy C-Dub. Mr. I ain't said a word, but you know what I'm saying. And I said, damn. With the
Real Angel
in the building, and we beat you, Band-Aid gang. Thank you guys for coming. Thank y'all. Hit that like, share, and subscribe. Thank you guys for coming through. Make sure y'all pay attention to my community posts. Shouts out to all the new subscribers. Shouts out to the Grace Bills, the T, and the Diamond Gang. Shouts out to the other Diamond Gang. Shouts out to everybody, Peanut Butter Face, everybody, my Maz, Nurse 59, Marcella, everybody that came in to show love to the channel. Peace and love. And I know it get hard out of here, but we going through all this shit, the same thing, and we going through it together. And it is called life. Hit that like button, Band-Aid gang, and we out. Peace.